Welcome to our presentation on Belle Mont Farm, St Kitts by Paradise Promotions. Okay, so before we begin, let me tell you how to get there. So flights on Air Canada, departing from Toronto and flies directly to St Kitts on a Tuesday and a Saturday from December through to April. So from this image, the first thing you're going to see is how incredible the location is. And your first USP is that you are situated 1,000 feet above sea level on a 400-acre tropical farm. Now, don't let the word farm confuse you. There's no livestock on this property. It was originally a sugar plantation, and when St Kitts stopped producing sugar, this land was used to develop Belle Mont Farm, which is an eco-chic and sustainable resort. It's also a member of preferred hotels and resorts. So you know that when you book your clients in here, they're going to get something a little bit special. Now let's talk about the accommodation. This property really suits couples. It's a place where you can come with your significant other and reconnect. It's a place where you can come on your own and enjoy the wilderness and just take time to recharge your batteries and exhale and breathe again. It's a wonderful place where girlfriends or boyfriends could come and just enjoy time together without the stress and strain of daily life. All the accommodation for couples and singles would be based around these cottages. Now you can see the cottages are individual buildings with stunning views, but there's a lot more to them than that. And here we are inside the cottage. Now this was recently described as being eco-chic, and you can see why, with the double height ceilings, original artwork and furniture from Indonesia. They are absolutely beautiful. What I love about this is that when you close those patio doors at the end of the room in the evening, there's a button that you press and the screen that comes down is a blackout blind. Behind the bed, there's a projector, and you go from feeling as if you're in the middle of nowhere surrounded by flora and fauna to having all the latest high-tech mod cons where you can stream your Netflix or your Amazon to your own in-room cinema. For your guests, we will VIP them, so they will receive a small bottle of Prosecco, and there is also coffee making facilities in the room, and bottles of water which come from the natural springs from the mountain. Now, let me show you the bathrooms. It's not often that you step outside to the bathroom, but here at Belle Mont Farm, that's exactly what you do. Clients really love these bathrooms, and some of the agents that I know have put these images on social media have had their best ever response. So please do let me know if you'd like me to forward you any of the high-res images. So you can pull a curtain around the bathroom to give you a little bit more modesty, and the shower and the WC are behind the saloon doors as well. However, if you want to lie in the bath and have the most incredible view, this is the perfect place to do it. Now, I would always suggest to your clients that they upgrade to the luxury cottage with the pool. These infinity pools just really are the icing on the cake of their stay at Belle Mont Farm. And I think it makes such a difference, particularly if their cottage is one of the ones that's slightly further away from the great house and the main pool area. Now, moving away from the cottages, if you've got groups or families that would like to come out and stay at Belle Mont Farm, then we have some amazing accommodation that suits them as well. This is the first one I wanted to show you, and it's called the Farmhouse. Here you can see that it is a beautiful building situated almost within its own enclave. The accommodations for the farmhouse are 4 cottages dotted around, which each join the main building via a rope bridge. The cottage inside is exactly the same as the cottage that I showed you before, with the exception of the bathrooms. Here, they're now inside. If you had groups that wanted to have more than 8 people in them, then they can simply take some of the other cottages and still come down to the farmhouse for the experience, whether it's a yoga or a wedding or just a family or friends gathering together. And this is inside the farmhouse. So absolutely stunning, open plan, living, kitchen, dining area. Now obviously you can cater for yourself here, Or if it was easier and you preferred, we could arrange for a chef to come in and cook for you, or for other services, F&B services, to be provided. Now, outside the farmhouse, you have this incredible terrace with your own private infinity pool. This is such an exceptional place. We have weddings here, we do yoga retreats here. You could host 3 tables out here as well if you wanted to do outside dining. So this place really comes together with this particular area, and it makes any retreat or any group or gathering absolutely complete. And here it is, all dressed up for a beautiful wedding ceremony. So I wanted to put this slide in just to show you how gorgeous it really does look. Now we also have a number of more traditional style villas. This slide shows you exactly that. So this would be a 2-bedroom villa. Downstairs we have open plan living, kitchen, dining area. You have your own private pool as well. Upstairs there are 2 bedrooms. Both bedrooms have got huge bathrooms which are both indoors. Now outside of the 2 bedrooms for this villa, there is an annex. So every villa has its own annex, and the annex has 2 bedrooms. So each, you can either have a 3-bedroom villa or a 4-bedroom villa. You'd need to make families aware that the bedrooms in the annex are just sitting by the side of the villa, but it works perfectly if you've got multi-generational families where maybe grandparents would like a little bit of time away from the white noise, or if you've got families where they've got older teenage children who want a little bit of independence, or possibly families where they're traveling with an au pair. Now this is the Great House. It's the heart of the property. This is where we have our main pool area that has a swim-up bar, and also it's where we serve lunch around the pool every day. We have the lookout, which you can see, which has a big balcony at the front. Now here we do meditation, yoga and Pilates, but we also do those things in other places around the property as well. On the ground floor we have a fantastic fully equipped gym, and you can see above that there's another building. Now this houses the kitchen, which is our main restaurant, and to the left hand side the mill bar. Now if your cottages are a little bit away and you don't fancy a light stroll down to this area, you simply call and ask a car to come and collect you, and you'll be picked up by one of the golf buggies. Now this is the same area but just from a different angle, so it shows you the views, which are absolutely stunning. And if you're sitting in the kitchen having breakfast, what better way to start the day than breathing in this spectacular view? Now for those of you that go to the gym and you don't want to stop doing your routine whilst you're on holiday, or perhaps you'd actually like to try and start something, kick something off, then here you can see the amazing gym at Belle Mont Farm. It's got everything you could possibly wish for. Now this slide, this shows you the kitchen in a little bit more detail. So this is where you would come and have your breakfast on the terrace and take in that spectacular view, or perhaps have a cocktail before dinner or an afternoon tea. Now for another eating option that's totally different, we would like to take your guests on the 10-minute transfer down to our nearest beach and to our restaurant Arthur's. Arthur's is a fish to fork experience. It's a lovely place to sit and unwind, take in the ocean views, and the beach down here is where the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean meet. So it's got a little bit of movement in the waves. It's a lovely place on a Sunday afternoon. You can sit and see local families will come down. The fishermen are hovering around as well. And there are sun loungers just by the restaurant. So once you've finished your meal, pick up a sun lounger, lie down, grab a beer and just kick back and relax. Now the farm element at Belle Mont Farm comes into the agriculture side with the vegetables and the fruits that are abundant around the 400 acres. But what we've done to have a real showpiece is created the show farm, and this here you can see is a beautiful spot. Again, stunning views, but we invite clients to come down. They can do a tour of the farm in the morning and then have breakfast on the green. And we often have local schools and children that will come and learn a lot about the vegetables and the fruits and the herbs that are grown here, and really try to get them engaged with the agriculture. Now, one of my favourite things to do when I'm staying at Belle Mont Farm, and an absolute must for all clients, even those that aren't staying with us, is our farm table experience. Now, the farm table sits directly behind where this picture is taken, and now I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Now, just before sunset, we will pick up your guests and bring them down to the farm table experience. Here they watch the most incredible sunset over the neighbouring islands before they join other guests from in property, locals, or guests that are staying at other resorts on the island who come up for this farm table experience. One long table where up to 24 guests can sit at any one time, sharing the most exquisite food from the Belle Mont Farm kitchens. You'll have fresh bread that's been made that day. You'll have a choice of maybe tuna, steak, duck, chicken, chutneys that have come from the mangoes and the fruits that are grown on property. One course could have up to 25 different dishes if you are including all the condiments and the chutneys. The conversation is incredible. Imagine you're sat there with other people from the UK, from Canada, from the USA, from around the Caribbean, and really from around the world. So for that one moment in time, you come together and just enjoy each other's company. Now, if your clients are staying on all-inclusive and they're staying for 7 nights, one farm table experience would be included in their stay. Now, as well as the farm table experience, we have a wonderful Sunday brunch, and this slide just shows you some of the gorgeous treats that are prepared every Sunday for brunch at Belle Mont Farm. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that you're already 1,000 feet above sea level, but if you fancy getting a little bit higher, why not have a go at hiking the volcano? This is an incredible experience. A guide will take you up. And to begin with, it's walking through dense tropical rainforest. He'll explain all the different types of flora and fauna, and you'll see the green monkeys, some of the endemic birds, huge dragonflies, so much nature to just immerse yourself in. As you get further along the trail, you hit 3 different elevations, and at points it's like rock climbing. You're literally pulling yourself up over the rocks to get to the very top of the volcano. And here you are up in the mist, looking down into the crater of the volcano. This is absolutely incredible. You've done it, you've reached the top, and the guide will now bring out fresh juice and pastries that he brought in the market that morning while you just breathe it all in. And this image shows inside the crater. It's absolutely incredible. You won't see anything else like it. It's just picture perfect. So if you're not hiking the volcano at Belle Mont Farm, what else is there for you to do? Well, we have the most spectacular golf course. It is an 18-hole championship golf course designed by Ian Woosnam. However, because of the sustainability angle on property, we're currently only playing 9 holes. So it's great if your clients want to come and have a bit of golf, but they're not taking the golf element too seriously. The most amazing thing about our golf course are the views. In addition to the golf, we have tennis courts, we have a spa on property, and we also do in-room spa massages. We have a beach hop service that takes clients down to Frigate Bay beach and then onwards. So you have 2 of the best beaches on the island. Now that isn't a complimentary experience, but it is offered on property. We have yoga, which is complimentary. Face Up, which is our meditation, that's also complimentary. There's the farm tour and breakfast on the greens, which I mentioned a little bit earlier on. We have complimentary nature walks. We have the farm table dinner experience, which I mentioned earlier on as well. We have a shuttle service to Bastia, the capital. That has a charge to it, but it's not a huge amount. It's only $40 per person, plus tax. We also have a shuttle to Frigate Bay, which is also an additional charge. We also have a romantic sunset picnic, which we can do at an additional charge. And then another complimentary activity we have is making your own body scrub. So there is lots to do on property for both couples and families if they don't want to just chill out, relax, and take in the scenery. So just before we finish, I'm going to play a short video that was done by Caribbean Journal of the property of Belle Mont Farm and its surrounding locations, which I hope will just give you a final view of how stunning it is. So I've reached the end of the presentation on Belle Mont Farm, but before I sign off, I just want to leave you with some statements from some of the clients that we've recently hosted who have posted on TripAdvisor, and they've said things like, Belle Mont Farm is heaven on earth, one of the best vacations I've ever been on, beautiful paradise. Another said, we have found our forever hotel. Somebody else just simply wrote, this is paradise. So if you'd like any more information on Belle Mont Farm, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. My contact details are up on the screen right now, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for your time.